Hello, hello. It is day 193 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. It is November 1st, 2024. Wow, I forgot what year we were in. I was doing some downloads from previous years content earlier today. So apparently that made me think we were in a different year. Today was really a chill out day. I did have a couple of calls scheduled and whatnot, but um it being Halloween on a Thursday night is just stupid in general. I think we all know this. Um I had previously decided that my son would go for a sleepover at his friend's house, his best friend's house, who is actually homeschooled, so he doesn't have school. And most of the school divisions in our province um, had Friday off. Our school division did not, but his friend's mom had invited him for a sleepover, thinking that um, all the school divisions had this Friday off, and I decided like screw it, and I don't really mind, right? And I've sort of always been like this with when it comes to parenting and school decisions and stuff like that. That missing a day now and then for either mental health or for an experience that is going to be beneficial in one shape or form or another, whether that's, seeing family that they haven't seen in a long time, or being with a friend and getting to connect, or whatever the case may be. It is, I think, so unnatural for human beings to, whether children or adults, to sit in school or in a workplace all day long, every day, Monday to Friday, and never shift from that. So I shift from it often, not often, but every now and then. And anyway, so yeah, so I let him go for a sleepover Halloween night, and I had my oldest, obviously, like, she went trick-or-treating with her friends. She was home a lot later than the other two. Um, she didn't get home till I think it was like 9:30 or almost 10. And then by the time she was ready to actually go to bed, it was quite late. And she was like, well, can I just stay home tomorrow too? Like, I'm exhausted. I'm whatever. And I was like, yes, I don't care. So I kept her home. And then Casey, my youngest, had been home most of the week. She was home because she had this really nasty cough and runny nose and whatever, and just wasn't feeling very good and was extra tired and all of that. And she had gone to school Halloween day because she had been improving, and it was Halloween, and go wear your costume at school with your friends and whatever. And then with just the late night with Halloween, it was like her cough was coming back, especially as it's cold here outside by Halloween. So trick or treating, they were wrapped up and everything, but it's really chilly, and then coming home and just too excited over all the candy and whatever that um, she didn't go to sleep early enough. So then I was like, I'm keeping you home too. I might as well. Everyone else is staying home, and I knew she was going to be exhausted, and her cough was already picking back up again and stuff that night. So I kept her home, and I just decided, like, it is what it is. I have calls scheduled, but I'm going to make them happen. They weren't things that needed complete silence, so no recording or anything like that. So I just sort of let them be. And then the rest of the day was just sort of like, take it easy, do what you can, and the kids are home. So it is what it is. And um, I had moments because my oldest did stay home. So I was like, okay, well, you stayed home from school and it was just because you were tired. It's not like you're sick or something like that. So you can help out a little bit. You can take your sister to the park or, whatever, so that I had like a little bit of time that was uninterrupted, and that was helpful. as well as extra time in the morning because the two girls slept in and my son wasn't home yet. So I did have a little bit of extra time then as well, just uninterrupted focus time and quiet time. Anyway, all of that, just it was, it makes me, every time that we have a day like this, it makes me really grateful that um, I'm able to just be here. I'm able to just make those choices. I'm not having to, I call the schools, but I'm not having to check in or call into work or report to somebody else really, for myself. And I can just be available for my kids to have these days when they need them. And um, no matter what income level I've been at, that has always been one of my top goals ever since becoming a mother. Almost 14 years ago now. We have just hit my oldest daughter's birthday month. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's turning 14 right away. I'm freaking out. But she, as soon as I became a mother, it was, and I think I always sort of was like this. I was raised with a stay-at-home mom. Um, I always expected that I would be home with my kids. And then when that didn't happen, I was really upset and I was like, I need to make this happen for myself. So, um, being able to be at home with my kids, no matter what the reason behind that is, has always been my top priority. And I just, nothing has changed. I've been home now for like 12 years, over 12 years now, but the how and the why of it has changed over that time, right? It's been, whether it's been maternity leaves or building my own businesses, and actually 13 out of 14 years, I guess, would have been home because of the first maternity leave. So I've always made it my priority, and it's always been for different reasons. It's always been through different seasons and changes of life. And I've just made this happen. I've made it be the way that it is. And I'm really proud of myself for that. And I think this is probably, aside from, having the dual income home when I was married and living with my husband, um, aside from that, this is probably the most comfortable financially that I've been. And I'm not as far as comfortable as I would like to be, but um, or with like some of the excess that I would prefer to have, but I'm so far along on the right track, for being able to do that and on my own, right? So as a single mom, reaching that comfortability and that level of safety financially and all of that, that is a much harder goal, than when you have the dual incomes. So it is something that I'm very proud of for myself. It is something that I am really grateful that I've been able to accomplish, and grateful for everyone who has supported me on that journey, because it's not, none of us accomplish it alone. There's always something. And I have many, many people who support me, whether that's energetically or, um, you know, doing me favors. This weekend, my mom is going to come and take the kids, and they get to go spend some time on the farm and be outside a lot. And um, I get a little more downtime while they also get connection with my side of the family, and all of these kinds of things. So there's so many different ways that support comes in, and I'm grateful for all of it. And it all contributes to making this a possibility for myself, so, and for my kids. Um, and really, like, sometimes I'm not sure if I need to be more specifically clear about how this relates to suspending disbelief, because I just realized, like, I haven't actually said this is why. Um, but in case it's not abundantly clear, um, the fact that I have suspended disbelief for 13 out of 14 years of motherhood, that I could be home with my kids no matter what, no matter if things were hard, no matter if times were tight, no matter what, is a huge piece of this. And just right now feeling the, um, the gratitude of the effects of having suspended disbelief for so long, that I get to have days like this where I just decide that no, they're all staying home for all different reasons and I'm good with it, and that my business can still thrive. And then also the gratitude that I've been suspending disbelief around all of these things, over the last 100 and I already forgot what day it is, 192, I think, days of specifically suspending disbelief about um, my abundant life. And I guess that is just really brought to the forefront on these days when I am feeling that gratitude for the lifestyle that I currently have. And it doesn't matter if I have millions of dollars. What matters is the feeling of my life and how things are going for me. And yeah, so I'm really proud of that. I'm really just reflecting on that and feeling that and grateful for that. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So I will talk to you all tomorrow.